Sananda, Enlightenment Diamond. Greetings to you, beloved love beacons upon the earth. I am Master Sananda. I am the higher aspect of Master Yeshua. I come forth with unconditional love. When unconditional love is present, the true love of the Creator is also present, and in the space of love, anything and everything is possible. Allow yourself to be constantly surrounded by unconditional love. Let yourself activate unconditional love from within your being. Let it be like a liquid light, that is your vitamins, your minerals, and your health care. Let it be like a flowing river all around you, creating your reality from the presence of unconditional love. You can always call on beings from the inner planes to shower/embrace you in unconditional love. They will do so with great joy and will delight in anchoring love into your being and into the earth. As we bathe in unconditional love, recognizing its power, its truth, and its great importance, we can also recognize the ascension shifts that are occurring at this time. In the space of unconditional love, and I might add, only in the space of unconditional love, the Creator has created a diamond of enlightenment formed from love, a crystal clear diamond that holds profound, beautiful, abundant and much needed enlightenment. Any being who focuses upon unconditional love, embodies it within their being, radiates it from their being, and calls it into their being from their universe, can access this diamond of enlightenment. It is invisible unless you are bathed/embodying/focused on unconditional love, then it appears to you. It connects with the love in your being. It shows to you almost like a mirror of what is within you. Powerful, illuminating enlightenment that serves you in your ascension now, and the next stage of your ascension and existence upon the earth. The enlightenment that is shared will create a grounding within your being, a contentment, a greater understanding of oneself, and a realization of the pathway that one is walking, or requires to walk. You might also call this following your heart or intuition. When you anchor love, this diamond of enlightenment appears to you and you can exist within the clear diamond of enlightenment. It holds wisdom and enlightenment from all over the universe of the Creator. It especially holds love from the star beings, so the love vibration and enlightenment is clear, precise and powerful. Are you waiting to recognize a truth within your being? Do you need a new perspective? Do you wish to move to the next level of your ascension? With the diamond of enlightenment, this can be possible. It is given to you as a service to support you. You can exist within the enlightenment diamond during your meditation, or during a meditative walk or observation. You simply need to embrace unconditional love, and then call the diamond forth along with myself, Master Sananda. I am the overseer of this diamond, and allow yourself to be embraced by the diamond. Breathe in its energy and observe any insights, enlightenment, or healing that forms. You might notice activations in certain areas of your being as the energy begins to flow more fully throughout your being. It can influence you in many ways. The outcome will be that you gain a realization, or a moment, even if it's only a glimpse of enlightenment. You may wonder, what is enlightenment? Enlightenment is a greater oneness with the Creator. It is accessing your own inner truth on a very pure level that inspires you and that creates shifts and new perspectives. It's also allowing the wisdom/knowledge/knowingness of your truth/essence to come forth, like accessing a library. Enlightenment may not come in words or even visions. It may simply feel like a liberation, a freedom that you are able to move with greater freedom in many different levels of your being. I, Master Sananda, invite you to take advantage of the enlightenment diamond. You can exist with it every day. I invite you to use it for a maximum of 1 hour a day, as its energies are very potent and intent. This is my gift to you. I am Master Sananda, and I thank you. Archangel Uriel, New Inner Vision. My dear friend, I am Uriel. Today I will address something called mirroring. What you see on the outside of yourself when you observe with your physical eyes is not usually a mirror of what you are on the inside. The inside of you, there you find your heart, your higher etherical heart, and your soul. Inside of you, you can find that you have a beautiful garden with flowers, trees, waterfalls, and green meadows in a rolling landscape. If you can't define this, then you have to work on it, my dear friend. For all your hard work and all your lessons in life make you feel sometimes that you do not wish to see anymore. You feel that you could just as well have your eyes closed for a little while. There is always a gardener waiting you in your higher etherical heart, even if you cannot find it at first. For every lesson you have ever learned in your lifetime, there is a flower planted. Every time you have cried and shed tears, every little tear have made its entrance in your sacred soul garden, and each tear is now a little leaf with a glittering dewdrop in it. For every footprint you have made on the ground in your life here on earth, there is something developed in your sacred garden of your soul. Can you guess what? Seeds. New seeds. For every lesson you have mastered, and for every thread you have pulled through the eye of the needle, and out on the other side, you create something marvelous in your magical garden of soul. The seeds are new plants. No one has ever seen them before. They are new creations. And it is a marvel to walk around in your garden, and to look at them. So please get acquainted with your inner life, your garden, and learn about it, explore it, for it is a wonder to behold. Your inner place is a place where you find tranquility, harmony, and love, faith, and hope. In your inner garden you always find goodness and gratitude, and you heal when you are in your inner garden. So please work on this. And I will meet you there. The mirroring is working not as you might have thought. When you look on the outside of you, and you find troubles and disturbing events. So remember your sacred garden within. Do not grab what is outside and think that you have the same on your inside. Refuse. Wish for the opposite. If you could create this lovely garden on your outside instead. So mirroring could actually work both ways, but now with the knowledge, refuse to take in negative agendas, because it is there to scare you, and separate you from the truth, the inner truth, that your soul provides for you with heartfelt joy and compassion and love. So I can only give the advice for you to meditate each day, and go inside and relax, and rejuvenate in the true way that your soul provides for you. Inside your beloved garden you find your new inner vision of peace and love for the beautiful future, but more important for here and now. I love you. Uriel. Archangel Uriel, one step at a time. I am Uriel and I serve God. I love God, and I have served God for a very long time. Some energies are fast and pointy, sharp edge, and they can go very fast too. They can reach a point fast, and make a mark not so very nice at all. The energy of God is different, or rather, au contraire, the opposite. The wonderful energy of God is round, loving, caring, filled with gratitude, and it is never pointy nor sharp. Love is round. Love includes. Love embraces. Love does not judge, for love knows. Love knows about what is going on. And what is going on? Disbelief, lack of faith, no hope, no understanding. When there is no understanding about what love is. When memories fades about how important love is, and also when no one can remember that a miracle can happen. When there is no gratitude, and no one is happy for what they have. When everybody just want more and more and more and more. So I could write about this forever, almost, for there are so much to be said about the loss of love, loss of faith, loss of hope, and loss of gratitude and loss of true heart's joy. So no one is perfect. Anyone can have a bad day. A sad day. It takes time. It takes time to come back to love. It is very common. When you lose love, you think it is gone. When you find yourself alone, and there is no light. You think God have lost you? You think that God is not even there. You think that God is busy taking care of others, and not you? So you think, is there really any love, or is it just fake? Well, I address this today, for many of you have problems with your faith right now. Don't worry. Faith is there right by your side, and God is too. You don't face anything you cannot handle. God have faith in you. God walks beside you at all times. God carries you even when it is necessary. You are a soul. Your soul wants to learn. Your soul needs a challenge to evolve and grow. And what is really love, and what is there to understand? Love is your natural element when you're home in heaven. Heaven is your eternal home, where you belong. You as a soul are on a journey to live on earth, to learn about love. Love is all you can bring with you back to heaven when it is time to leave earth. To find love in a dark place, it is not always easy. For it means that you have to search really hard to find it. You have to reach deep inside of yourself to recollect memories of love, and apply this all around you, for you are an old soul, you do not give up easily. Sometimes you forget that love is the most important energy for you, because it is hard to remember this when you live in a society that always want you to forget about it. Where you live, it mostly about fear or sadness, and about obligation to do this or to do that, so your soul purpose it falls into oblivion. But God is not worried. God loves you very much. God awaits you to remember what is important. And you know it very well. You have forgotten about who you are. Those with the pointy energies want you to forget about it. They do not want you to remember who you are, and while you are here, you are an ambassador of love. You are here to embrace, you are here to include. You are here to remember who you are, your true origin. You are here to spread your unique love that only you have. Together with your sisters and brothers of love, you build a beautiful pattern in the shape of love, hope, and faith, and is a miracle to see. Remember that you are all soul round in your energy. I talked about it the other day in a previous channeling. There is no flight of stairs, but instead there is your orb or globe, your circle. That is how your energy is shaped. Circles connecting with other circles, and there is no end to it, for this is love and love is eternal, and this is the true flower of life. And of course you must have your personal rules, and say no to whatever you don't like. You cannot embrace everything, nor include exactly everything either. That is living on earth as a human being. But maybe you understand what I mean. If you have any questions, so please ask me, or ask God. So my dear friend, please take one step at a time, and that is good enough, for you are awaited, you just need to remember it. I love you. Uriel. The Arcturians, delivering the frequency of love in your words. We join you, and honor of your invitation, to bless the lives of those who hear you speak, as all in your planet have entered a new phase of evolution, a new planetary cycle. We have opened to a radically new time. It is our heartfelt interest to assist all of humanity in this effort, to remember your true nature, the roots of civilization, that come from the divine nature of all life. It has long been a distorted view of the world that so many on your planet are operating with. These are misconceptions of a very limited set of ideas of who they are, what is possible to create together, and how to return to their true nature, and operate from the divine blueprint within them. In your world, it always benefits you to recognize the frequency of the energy behind any communication that you hold. For this is what delivers the message that packs a punch, as you say in your world. It is what empowers words to land softly on the heart, or with crystal clear clarity, that is needed to resolve the darkness and confusion that is wrapped around the minds of so many. The word is power, and it rides upon this frequency and emanates through the voice of the one speaking. So, tune your frequency before you speak. Recognize whether it is being carried on the recognition of your wholeness, or if an aspect of your being that is struggling, hurting, angry, wounded is the one delivering the message. All these parts are entirely valid in your experience, and yet they are seeking attention. Not to come from love, but to be heard. So before you speak to another from those places, seek to integrate by inviting their presence within you to be heard fully and completely from a place of compassion and the embrace of love. This means approaching these parts with neutrality for what has been experienced. For when an aspect within you, for example, is holding anger, there is often deep hurt beneath this layer. So, in simply approaching the feeling of this aspect with compassion, with a presence of harmony, and a willingness to hear all grievances, then will it soften, and you will know the root desire beneath the anger. You will know the need for love that is calling for your attention. And when that part is heard and acknowledged and accepted for what it is as valid, its defenses and shields will drop away as love melts and dissolves the resistance to its integration. Then you may feel that you are at one with this formerly angry part of yourself or hurting aspect, and you will feel at peace, and this peace will carry you to a new place from which to communicate. This is a little-known skill in your world, the simplicity of meeting your parts and inviting them to wholeness through non-judgment, acceptance, radical honesty, and compassion. When these elements are present, which, by the way, are all elements of under the umbrella of love, then you will begin to have the language of heart communication on your planet. You will begin to know how to care for your own selves in a way that allows you to show up in your true divinity as beings of light, living in harmony with one another, and yet expressing your uniqueness, the traits that make you different without losing that level of peace and true harmony amongst you. The words with which you speak will ride upon the energy of love, for you will no longer be filled with inner conflicts, for those have been resolved by your own will and practice. Your ability to embrace what is within is simply reflected in your outer world, and it becomes natural for all external forces to drop their resistance. For the change you deeply desire and wish to come to pass will occur one step at a time through the integration of love, the power of acceptance, seeing beyond duality, being open and willing to experiment and learn this skill of self-love. It may seem that it is a process, and yet it is fundamentally a way of being with yourself, a way of nurturing the various parts of your personality. This is part of the mastery of being divine in the human body, learning to work with your ego, to become adept at communicating love to the childish parts within you that have been wounded along the way of your upbringing. To learn to find balance within so that you may bring equanimity to your relationships, your work, your service in the world, and discover underneath all that we are speaking of that it is most natural for you to respond to all from a place of love. It is simply an undoing of so many things you have learned, the conditioning that has told you you must stomp on others to stand up for yourself, or push down feelings to be accepted, or to protect your hearts from one another, or that you must appear a certain way in order to be loved. There are so many conditioned responses established in your world that have limited your capacity to feel loved and to express the love that you are. As you play with these parts and bring them home in your own embrace without regard for what others think of you, have told you, or say to you, when you come to peace and fall in love with yourself, your world will offer this beautiful reflection back to you in so many ways. And gradually, one by one, this will ripple throughout your world, as you inspire one another to make change, starting within the sacred chambers of your heart. Source: arrayoflight.com